Hey y'all, welcome to Crafted Marketing. I'm Tosh. In today's video, we are going to be learning how to make custom teacher appreciation lays with gift cards, and we're going to be cutting our cardstock elements with our Cricut. These custom cardstock elements are a great way to say thank you and show appreciation to all of our wonderful and amazing teachers who have worked so hard throughout the school year. Link to my Cricut Design Space project will be posted below, so don't forget to open it up before we start. Here's a list of supplies you need to make this lay. I measure and cut 6 yards of each color ribbon. I then use a candle to gently seal each of my ribbon ends. You can also use a lighter, but just be careful that you don't burn too much. Next, repeat the process for the other ends of the ribbon. Now that we have sealed the ends of our ribbons, it's time to start our braid. Depending on what colors you decide to put together, your braid may look different. I then measure 8 inches to tie my lay. Now we're going to tie our lay by looping it around our 2 fingers, bringing it under, and then we're going to bring it right through the middle. Make sure you're not twisting your ribbon and it stays nice and flat. Then flip it over and make it tight. And like I said, y'all, depending on what colors you put on the outside and the inside, your lay will look different. So I wanted to kind of go through and show you some of the different colors. And here's the trick. The colors that are showing on the outside are actually the colors that are going to be on the inside of your braid. And as you start braiding, you'll decide what color combination you really like. So let's start braiding. I went with the green and the blue on the inside. I start by taking the green loop and wrapping it around the blue loop. I'm going to wrap it once, make sure it's nice and secured, and then I'm actually going to wrap it around one more time. Now we're ready to braid. We're going to use our thumb and our index finger, loop our ribbon under, and insert it through the blue hoop. All right, I want to show it to you again. So thumb and index finger, loop it under, and then we're going to insert it through our blue hoop. Make sure that your ribbon is nice and flat, because next we're going to take the blue end, the blue tail, we're going to pull it towards us. That way it secures the green loop you just made nice and tight. Then we're going to do the same thing with the blue ribbon. We're going to grab it with our thumb and index finger, and we're going to make a little hoop and insert it inside the green hoop. Now you may notice that your ribbon is a little loose. Just give it a nice little tug to even it out. And just like we did with the blue tail, we're going to pull on the green one. Again, if your ribbon starts to look a little loose, go ahead and make small minor pulls so that way you can get it nice and tight, just like I'm doing in the videos. And look at that. See how tight it is already, because we did that double loop around in the beginning. And y'all, this little hack is such a time saver and also a hand saver, because as someone who lives with arthritis and carpal tunnel, this helps to keep my hands from getting fatigued during the braiding process. I highly recommend that you double loop when you're braiding your lays. All right, let's get to braiding. So we're going to insert the green hoop inside the blue. And just like before, we're going to pull the blue tail towards us and make it nice and tight. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing. Thumb and index finger, insert the blue hoop inside the green, and pull the green tail towards us. Now let's speed this up. We can already start to see what our lay is going to look like. All right, so once you've finished braiding and you're almost to the end with a little bit of ribbon left, you're going to need to measure at least 8 inches. This will allow you to tie it off, plus have a little bit of ribbon left over for the ends. So I'm going to make one more loop and then just flip it over. Now we're going to tie off our lay just like we did at the beginning. Next, we're going to measure to ensure that our lay is at least 42 inches long. Next, we're going to need to reinforce the back. So it is tight, but we want it to be to where it doesn't stiffen. So I'm going to decide if I want to use the blue satin or the green, because that's the colors that are on the back. And of course I went with the blue. And now we're just going to measure 42 inches of the blue ribbon. To glue the ribbon, you can use hot glue, but we're going to use fabric fusion for this tutorial. And don't forget to seal those ends. You're going to see that a lot in this video. Now it's time to add our ribbon. So I do like to use these cute little makeup brushes that I got at the department store for all of my crafts. You're gonna paint it on, apply a little bit at a time because we're gonna work our way around the lei. I'm gonna start at one end and I'm gonna just smooth it down and give it a little squeeze to make sure that it adheres to the lei. I'm also gonna tuck it in on the end part of it. That way it kind of hides the end of the ribbon. Excuse me. Now we're going to speed it up as I apply the fabric fusion to the rest of the ribbon and attach it to the lei. Straighten out your lei as you're applying it so that way the ribbon is applied nice and straight. Now our back is fully secured and the lei doesn't move. Now untie your ends because we're going to seal this off using the fabric fusion. I'm going to start by attaching both of my ribbons together with a tiny bit of the adhesive on both sides. Then I'm going to take my top ribbon and I'm going to glue it to the lei. And don't worry if you accidentally get some on your lei because it does dry clear. Now it's time to measure our tails. So I'm going to give each side a 4-inch tail. So we're going to just measure and then we're going to cut the ribbon at an angle. We're going to do this for each side to make our 4-inch tail. So make sure you're cutting it at an angle. All right, and we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Next, we're going to measure 2 cuts of our 1/4-inch red satin ribbon. And this is what we're going to use to make our poofs. Then we're going to measure 40 inches of our 5/8 inch organza ribbon. Go slowly with this one because you can accidentally burn too much. Alright, so I'm going to measure 4 inches again and I'm going to fold it over and then I'm just going to start folding it until it's folded at least 10 times because remember we measured 40 inches so you should get 10 flips of this organza ribbon. Now this is completely optional but I do use clips to hold my ribbon together while I'm tying it. Alright, we got one done, so now we're going to do the second one by folding it over. Again, you should have 10 flips from your 40-inch ribbon. Okay, next we're going to fold it in half because this is the part where we're going to cut. Make sure your cut is angled, but you're not going to cut all the way through. And I don't know if you guys can see that, but that is how you're going to be able to put your ribbon through like a little slot and then just tie it over. And I do double tie mine to make sure that it stays nice and secured. Alright, now we're going to remove the clips and we are going to start from the inside and pull each ribbon out. So you can pull one to the back, pull one to the front, but make sure you're doing opposite sides each time until you've got them all pulled out. Then you're going to flip your ribbon and you're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Starting with the inside, just pull them out, one to the back, one to the front, opposite sides. And you're going to repeat the same thing for this second ribbon poof. I also fluffed mine a little bit by giving it a few tugs. Now it's time to make our cardstock elements. Now we will be using Cricut, but if you don't have one, you can download the teacher elements from my website. This project does require an Access subscription, but again, you can download the elements from my website and upload them straight into Cricut. Now everything is already pre-sized, but you can resize if you need to, but we are going to have to unflatten our graphics on the composition notebooks in order to change the name from Miss Brown to your teacher's name. So select your text and then double click and then change it to the teacher's name. Now let's reattach and flatten our text for a print then cut. Now let's cut our cardstock. So you'll see that everything that is a print then cut is all together and our cardstock should be basic cuts. I'm printing on photo glossy paper with the glossy setting for my printer. Now it's printed with all of the registration marks. Let's add a fun holographic laminate sheet. Now again, this is completely optional, but I do measure my sheet to make sure that I trim it down so it's within those nice registration marks. It makes it so much easier for cutting with our Cricut. And these are self-laminating, so you can do this by hand as well. Now for this next step, I'm going to carefully peel back about 1 inch to 1.5 inches of the laminate. And then I'm just going to fold down the backing and make a nice little crease. Now this is the part that trips a lot of people up, is how do we apply it within the registration marks? So I'm going to carefully line it up from the top, and then once I see that it's not outside of the line, meaning it's not covering the black lines, then I'm going to, from the bottom, I'm going to start applying it very gently so it's again within the lines. And if you trimmed correctly, none of your laminate sheet should be covering your registration marks. All right, and for this part, I'm just going to use my scraper tool to push forward and flatten out the laminate, so that way there's no bubbles or creases in my laminate sheet. Now I'm going to grab my brayer to flatten out any remaining bubbles. So it's always good to have a brayer. Alright, as you can see, inside the registration marks. Now we're going to attach it to our light grip mat, and we are going to again use the brayer to adhere it to the mat, and I'm going to cut this using the glitter cardstock setting. Now let's see if we did a good job, and will it read the registration marks? So far, so good, y'all, and that's why I say it's very important that if you're going to be cutting with your Cricut, that you measure and you trim these laminate sheets so that way they do not cover the registration marks. And looks like we're good. Before you hit the release button, check to make sure it cut all the way through. If not, run it again. And again, I use the glitter cardstock setting to cut out each of these elements with the laminate sheet. All right, now I'm gonna flip my blue mat, and I'm gonna give it a slight bend to release the elements from the sheet. I'm also gonna use my spatula so I can gently remove them without causing any bends or tears in the cardstock. Okay, next we're gonna cut all of our cardstock backings using the basic cut medium cardstock setting. Now that all of our cuts are done, we're going to use Barely Art Precision Craft Glue and adhesive foam dots to glue and then attach all of our cardstock elements together. So for this part, I am going to speed it up. Now I use the adhesive foam dots to give this nice lifted 3D effect. Look at how good these came out, and I did use 2 different laminate sheets for a different effect. And we are almost ready to assemble our lei, but first we have got to prep these gift cards. So I do wipe off any adhesive glue, and I'm going to measure another 10" of the 1/4" ribbon. So I'm going to do 2 cuts because I'm going to attach 2 gift cards. So you can use any gift cards you want, but for this lei, I am going to be using a Target and a Starbucks gift card. So we're going to attach the ribbon to the back of the gift card. Make sure you're not covering any barcodes or anything that has to be scratched off. We're going to use a very, very tiny little dab of the hot glue, minor dab, and then we're going to pop that ribbon right on top. And now we have a way to tie our gift card to the lei. Then we're going to do the same thing with the Starbucks gift card. We are now ready to put our lei together. So I'm going to just go through this and start attaching all of the elements so that way you can see. I'm going to start at the bottom by putting on my ribbon poofs. From there, I'm going to place my cardstock elements, and I'm going to kind of design it so I can see where it is I want them to go before I tie them, to include adding the gift cards to the lei. So you can play around with this. Then I'm going to hot glue all of the cardstock to the lei. But for the gift cards, remember, we're just going to tie them on, so don't hot glue them to the lei. And yep, y'all guessed it, I'm going to trim and then seal my ribbon ties. And then I'm going to tuck them in to hide them within the lei. Give your lei a final look over to make sure everything's in order. This teacher appreciation lei was so much fun to make, and I hope you enjoyed crafting with me. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video just as I enjoyed making it for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram at Crafted Marketing by Tosh. I always love to see your comments, and I do answer a lot of questions on social media. Thanks again for watching.